Y'all was my first CD I ever bought. East 99 Eternal. I read the Lil Luigi shit in the mirror backwards and shit. You know what I'm saying? I always wonder why y'all made two versions of Crossroads, dog.
Man, well, the first version we made was actually for one of our homies. They got killed. Our homie Wally, and he was kind of like the sixth member of Bone. He didn't rap or do nothing in the group, but he was like the nigga. He was always there, making sure we got to any talent show we needed to get to. He always made sure we got to the studio when we needed to. He was like one of the dudes that like really, really believed in us. Like, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk about us making it like he was part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he was one of our dudes, and like he actually got killed trying to break up two brothers from fighting. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and one of the brothers shot and killed him. But we made that song for him. But after we came out and the song was out, you know what I'm saying? Like the second album, that's when Easy passed away. Like my cousin was murdered. Lazy lost his son. Wish Uncle Charles was murdered. You know what I'm saying? One of our artists got murdered. Everybody was dying. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we need to remix this song and like just do it for all of our people, including Easy. And that was the whole reason we remixed it, because we started losing a lot of people. Like as soon as we got on, it was crazy.
Did y'all know it was gonna be big like that? That's like the biggest song ever.
No. Like I said, man, we just went there. We just went there to pay homage to our people that passed away. Like we didn't know that song was gonna do nothing like that at all.
Hey, Craig, this is Sylvester. I got the picture of my PTR. When y'all made Notorious Thugs with Biggie, man, I always would say y'all push Biggie on that to rap faster, because it seemed like he was out of his comfort zone, trying to just keep up with y'all flow. Like, were you a part of that process, or do you remember that process with that track with Biggie?
Yeah, man, I remember that shit perfectly, because we went to the studio and we were so hyped when we went in there. This nigga Big had weed and Hennessy. Man, we went in there, motherfucker, and we indulged and passed the fuck out right in the studio. Right in the studio. This nigga was like, man, these niggas are hot. But then we jumped up, went right in the booth and laid the verses down like bam, bam, bam. And Big was sitting there like, what the fuck? These niggas was just asleep, and they went in there and just knocked the verses out like bam. So he sat there and listened to this shit for a while. Then he told Puff, he was like, yo, I'm gonna take this shit back to New York. Like, so we didn't even hear the song. We didn't hear his verse in the complete song until after he had passed away and the album came out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we didn't hear. So we heard the song the same time everybody else heard it, and I was like, yo, this nigga killed this shit. That shit was crazy, like for real.
So when that song came out, I was clearly like in elementary or middle school. But I got the little stickers that you put on files or dividers for school, and I put it on the front and back of my Barbie car. And I put on the front it said "Let's ride," and on the back it said "Get high."
Yeah, wow.
The license plate on my Barbie car, and I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Now that I'm grown, but that was my song. Like I had to have it on there.
That's crazy,
man. Okay. But look, while I'm at it, asking about Biggie, how was it, with the pop verse?
Man, actually, we didn't. I wasn't in the studio when the Pac song happened. We had ran into Pac a few times, just in traffic, and every time we saw him, he was like, "Man, we need to do something. We need to do something." We kept saying it. So I guess him and Busy saw each other in traffic one day, and Pac just went to the studio, and the first beat that was put up was that beat with the gunshots. And it's crazy.
Fucking cold to this day.
Bro, it's crazy. That beat was the beat that Unique had done for Eazy-E. And Eazy-E had a song called Artillery Shot. We actually wrote a song for Eazy called Artillery Shot. And he was going to use that beat. But when he, you know what I'm saying, when he didn't when he didn't use that beat, we put it on the Art of War, because that beat was made for Eternal. That's why. It wasn't made for Eternal. It was made in that era. But Eazy never used it, and we just used it for the.
Hey, how you doing? All right. I would like the chicken kebab.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yo, Crazy, I got another question for you, Crazy.
Chicken kebab.
Hey, yo, Crazy, I got another question for you. All right, so I got y'all remember Beef back then when they used to drop the episode? So how did the whole thing with the fastest rapper, like, how did that go about? Because I like that topic with the whole with the.
What you mean the beef with the What you mean with Twisty and everybody?
Yeah, rapping fast. Like, how did that come about, and how did y'all hear about each other from like different from?
Man, I mean, like man, what's crazy how I heard about the beef with 3 6 Mafia. You know, back in the day, like back in the day, we heard about that, and like that was in the days when like we had first started getting fan mail. So you know, we was like, damn, niggas give it like niggas sending us fan mail. So we would actually open this shit and read it every time we went to the office to Ruthless Records. Like we was opening that shit, reading it. So like I opened this one letter, and this female was like, "Yo, it's this group out of Memphis. They be dissing the shit out of y'all, saying y'all stole their style and everything, and da da da." I was like, "Oh really?" No. And she left her number. She was like, if you wanna hear the song, call me and I'll play it for you." You know me, I'm like, oh hey, I want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'll call her, and I hear the song. It's like niggas like a bunch of bitches and hoes and fuck bone. I'm like, oh damn. That's crazy. So then we find out like a few years later, like these niggas get a deal. So it's like we constantly hearing stuff they saying, and like it's going back and forth, and like we actually never really saw them though, like in real life. And the whole thing with Twister and them, I don't even you know what I'm saying. I don't even remember how we. I remember it being with us having a problem with Crucial Conflict first, because I remember like when I heard the song "Hey," everybody was calling us like, "Yo, these dudes on here, they stealing y'all style and da da da." And like you like, man, we was young at the time. That being flattered because a person rap like you, that shit was not in us at that time. We didn't like that shit. Like we was like, no, fuck that. That's biting. That's biting.
Nah, I respect that back then because nowadays you got everybody that sound the same. So I appreciate the fact that every person that sat in the booth or sat to themselves, they came out with a different style, different sound. Because nobody in the '90s sound the same.
Nobody. Like yeah, and that's true. Like nobody sounds the same.
Hey, Crazy. This Jai. Hey, my bad, Big Snow, but let me hold on, get this in. My bad, I was ordering some chicken. I got some things going on. But man, this Jai, and being that y'all was from Cleveland, but definitely tapped in with like the legendary West Coast label Ruthless, was there ever a situation that y'all found yourselves involved in LA street politics?
Man, I mean, man, when we first came out and got with Easy, it was like we got with it easy because we felt. I mean, we was always fans of NWA, the whole group and everything, but we wanted to get with Easy because we felt like at the time he was the underdog. He didn't have nobody on his side, so we was like, we need to go help Easy come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just talking shit. Like we did not know that shit was gonna really happen. But shit, we left Cleveland like we going to sign with Easy E, and then when we got with him, it was crazy. The first thing he told us, he was like, I don't want y'all involved in none of this death row beef or none of that because what he like people don't really like the media. They pumping all this shit up like it's a death row and ruthless beef, but it's really a Dr. Dre and Easy E misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? So he really kept us out of all that like drama and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we did run into like the Dog Pound and like Death Row, some Death Row members at the time, and it was words exchanged like 2 or 3 times. It definitely was, you know what I'm saying? But it never really like escalated to anything like that. And I talked to Corrupt about it all the time. He like, man, I'm glad nothing like really jumped off to where none of us really tried to hurt each other like back then for real. Because it was tension for sure, definitely.
Yeah, that was some heavy times, and you know it had us kids like me and Deja around the same age, so it had us like choosing sides. But me being brother that ain't the tallest in the world, I really vibe with Easy, but then I was also just feeling the Dr. Dre sound, so I remember that. But I always appreciated y'all for coming through and just changing the game, man. So I never really got an opportunity to tell one of y'all that, but just how y'all did it in y'all own lane, put Cleveland on. And my last question would be, what's your best memory or just thought of being the ones that put Cleveland on, and what was like the worst thing that came from being the ones that put Cleveland on?
Man, I mean, the best thing was, like I said, we actually did what we set out to do. We actually left. When we left Cleveland, we told people we was going to sign with Easy E, and when we come back, we coming back with Easy and a video crew. And that's exactly what we. I was shocked we did that shit. I'm like, damn, nigga, we pulled that shit off for real. Like, that's exactly what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like the city was stunned. We had Easy E in our hood, like on St. Clair. Like, Cleveland couldn't believe it. Like, they was like the city was so gone and amazed. Like, so much shit happened at our video shoot. When we shot our video in St. Clair, 6 people got shot. 6 people got shot that day because, first of all, they went on the radio station and they told people that we was gonna be in our hood shooting a video with Easy E. Never should have done that, because we got niggas from all over Cleveland, different hoods, coming to the video shoot. Some niggas that we didn't like in our area. So, like, of course, when we got some fools in our hood, when they see niggas they don't like, they're like, nigga, what is y'all doing over here? And it just jumped off. You know what I'm saying? They're like six people ended up getting shot while we had another scene. And they was like, it was just crazy. It was a lot of chaos that day, you know what I'm saying? But the I say the best thing is us actually following through what we did, man, and being able to put Cleveland on the map. I really can't think of no like no downs about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't regret nothing. I'm glad we was the first ones to be able to do it as big as we done, because it put a lot of faith in, like, artists coming from there. It gave them a lot of inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Not only artists, but LeBron James say all the time, we inspired him to do what he do. You know, like other athletes there, Ted Ginn, and other artists, other athletes from Cleveland, they say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great thing.
Hey, Krayzie, this East Side. Do you know how to PTR?
What's that?
PTR is pull your screen down
to refresh.
So you can see this picture. You can see this picture of you and my sister back in the day. She in here. She's shy though. Her name's Charmaine. She right under me. This East Side talking. Pull your screen down and refresh, and you'll be able to look at my picture, and you will see you and her.
Hey, I got a question after that.
Yeah, we gotta let Big Snow get his in too.
Snow can go for me.
You know, Big Snow his question gonna go long, so let's get that out.
I'm weak.
All right, now. Well, what up, Krayzie? This, you know what I'm saying? As a person, actually growing up in Cleveland, still, you know what I'm saying? You was a big inspiration. Bone Thugs was a big inspiration to us. I personally wanted to know, like, when y'all made first of the month, because I know, when growing up, I heard that literally first of the month on every radio station for as long as I can remember. Did y'all know that song was gonna be so timeless like that?
Man, bro, all that shit we done, most of them songs we done on that album, we had all that shit written before we even met Easy E. That's why we was able to knock the album out. So, like our first 3 albums, like People on the Come Up, Eternal, and Art of War, we had like a lot of that material already done. That's why we was able to go in there and do a double album after doing the EP and the album, because we had so much material stacked up already. We already knew what we was trying to do. So when we did first of the month, me and Busy wrote, like, we wrote first of the month sitting on my mother's front porch. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, I got an idea for a song called First of the Month. And then, I was like, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. We talking about celebrating when we get the food stamps, you know what I'm saying? Like having a good time. And it was just like, we was talking real shit. Like, we wasn't thinking about, oh shit, this about to be a hit. We like, nigga, we keeping it real. This is real shit we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I went so far, because other people could relate to it as well. So like, we didn't go in like planning to like do none of these songs. We just went in that motherfucker and just like poured out our hearts and struggle from the struggles and our experience, and that's the shit that came out.
That's dope. I appreciate that. Like I said, it was all that was a big inspiration to us growing up in Cleveland, man. You know, family, y'all just showed us that we can't make it out the city for real, for real. You feel me?
Remember to like, share, and subscribe.